All right, I'm back this Friday evening with a nice view in our America's Mattress Live Tower. Cam, a lot of sky behind me. You can start to see a couple stars out there, right? We're starting to see some clear skies right now. 39 degrees. Humidity's not too crazy. Winds aren't too strong. 4:53 p.m. was our sunset earlier on today. Look at that, 49 degrees. So we're starting to narrow this gap between the daytime highs and our averages, only 4 degrees above today. And overnight we got down to a degree below freezing here in Grand Junction. And so again, pretty consistent temperatures, not too much variance in the valleys, 27 in Montrose. Delta was a little bit cooler than that what's displaying there, 28 in Nucla, 13 over in Gunnison. And then we warmed up throughout the day to, again, starting in those 40s, right? You got up to 50 in Montrose and Nucla, but 41 in Paonia and Glade Park, 37 in Carbondale. So what's that tell you? We're starting to cool down a little bit, get access to a little bit more of that cooler northern air, and that will continue as we head into early next month. But don't forget about this month, because just under 60 degrees is our average so far, and it's the third warmest that we've seen on record through yesterday, the 27th, beaten only out by 2017 and 1965. So let's take a look at our satellite radar. If you're already heading towards Garfield County, well, you're seeing the earliest results of some snow and some rain over there, and it's going to head a little bit further east towards the divide too, including along I-70. But right now, most of the snow totals we're thinking are going to be here over towards the Elk Mountains and near Aspen. But that does include Vail Pass, so do keep in mind that if you do have some eastern travel plans, they are going to be under a winter weather advisory because of that incoming snow. And that will last until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So early morning travel could also be slowed down a little bit. Around the range of 3 to 6 inches is probably what we're thinking at most of the pass ranges. So it could slow you down a little bit, nothing too extreme, but could slow you on your travels tomorrow morning. 39 degrees, clear skies in Montrose at the moment. And then our futurecast is going to show how the snow is going to progress a little bit, right? It's lasting through tomorrow morning. As we move a little bit further into the weekend, we can look over here, right? It's Saturday at 6 p.m. You're starting to see the system come down from the Pacific Northwest, and then it reaches us here as it heads a little bit further south towards Grand Junction and the western slopes. What's that actually look like in terms of our zoomed-in futurecast? It is definitely going to affect us, including here in the valleys. So Saturday is going to be a pretty calm day. I do have partly cloudy skies here in Grand Junction, so a little bit more clouds than what you're seeing right now. We're going to get into those 40s and low 50s for many of us, and then Sunday, this day starts out calm. Then you start to see those clouds move in. That system gets closer and closer towards us. It's going to be a cold front, meaning a lot of snow and chillier temperatures here on the western slope and over towards the divide. All along I-70, you're seeing that. This is Sunday. This is at noon. Notice here, a lot of those showers are going to be towards our north and our south of the Grand Valley at those higher elevations when you start out the day. But as we get into the evening, progress a little bit further, the temperature difference between the valley and those upper level circuits is going to shrink a little bit. That's going to allow some more moisture to get to us here in the valley. So I do expect not only a little bit of rain in the late afternoon, but also some snow overnight here in the Grand Valley. And 45 degrees that day, and then you start to clear out a little bit on Monday, clear skies. And so again, let's talk about timing. I think Sunday night, a little bit after sunset, is when we really start to get that precipitation here in Junction. I would apply the same to Montrose. And then we're going to have a second wave potentially coming on Tuesday that could last into Wednesday, depending on how much energy that ends up having. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that as we get into next week. And look at those daytime highs, 38 on Wednesday. That second wave of cold air is going to cool us down a whole lot. Tomorrow in Montrose, 44 degrees. And then again, afternoon, late evening is when I'm thinking the majority of that precipitation arrives, getting to the upper 30s early next week.
The Road Report.